Hey everybody, so today we're going to talk about hilling your vegetables. Typically most people know about hilling potatoes, but we're also going to talk about hilling turnips and hilling beets, and you could actually hill carrots as well, carefully. So why do you want to hill vegetables? Hilling potatoes, if you're pulling the dirt up around the plant, it'll actually help the plant shoot out more roots, so you'll actually get way more potatoes. The higher you hill them, the more potatoes you get. In addition to that, sometimes the potatoes start to grow at the surface, and if the sun's actually hitting the potato directly, it could actually make that potato toxic, and you'll know because the skin will start turning green. Yeah, so that's why you want to hill them. With beets, carrots, and turnips, as you watch them grow, you'll notice, and I'll show you with the beets in a bit here, but they'll almost grow out of the ground, especially as they're just starting. So if you hill them up, you're going to get a much healthier root. So anyway, how to hill a potato. It's pretty easy. You don't need this. Well, maybe you do, I don't know. But I have an exceptionally bad back, so I wear a back brace. And then the other thing that I just learned from my physiotherapist, actually, which seems like common sense, but if this kind of work really bothers your back, the one thing that I've never really thought about before, but it makes perfect sense, is to make sure that your core, your deep core, not your abdomens on the outside, but on the inside, are engaged. So it's like almost imagining pulling your pelvis up to your belly button and just kind of holding it there whenever you're doing any of that work. Because the more engaged you are in the deep muscles, the less effort you're putting on your back. Anyway, but I'm not a doctor, so don't take that as medical advice in any way. I am a gardener and a musician and a teacher. Okay, so when you're hilling, you're just going to drag the dirt carefully up to the plant and all the way around. I hill my potatoes twice a year, so this will be the first hilling, and then I will hill again probably like mid to late July. Okay, so that was hilling potatoes. Again, so I did it today. Today is June 28th. And we will be doing this again probably in about 3 to 4 weeks from now, depending on how tall the potatoes get. Extremely important. Try not to hit the roots if you can, but if you accidentally dig one up, you can tuck it back in. I dug up a couple. And yeah, so let's go to the beets. Okay, so now we're going to hill up the beets. So as you can see, I've already thinned them out once. I'm going to thin them again, but they're kind of above the ground. If you want a nice big beet, you want to hill them. Oh, that's a weed. Just like you did the potatoes. So I'll hill them once now, and I'll hill them up later in the fall. So I'm going to go through all of them with a much smaller, I won't use a hoe for this, and just tuck them in. And you'll get a much nicer beet. I've already done this to my turnips, and I will likely do this to my carrots in about a month from now. The other thing I forgot to add about hilling your beets and your carrots is it also kind of, if you do it with a rake, it loosens up the dirt a little bit, encouraging the root to go deeper. So not only are you helping the root form at the base, but by fluffing up the dirt a little bit as close as you can without compromising the plant itself, you're making it looser, and that beet will grow quite a bit bigger. I've had beets grow like over a foot deep, and they're not woody either. They're just a nice big healthy beet. Like one beet could make a jar and a half of pickled beets. So you can imagine how many beets we're going to have here. And they store in the winter for up to 3 months in a root cellar. 3 to 4 months they'll store nicely. And then after that, they still look okay, they taste okay, but they start to lose their taste. So, but yeah, and you can eat the beet greens too. So as these go bigger, I'll thin them out another time and eat the thinnings, the whole plant. And then once after I've done the final thinning, I'll eat the leaves themselves as a meal when I want something for a vegetable and I'm not sure what else to have. Okay.